Good morning, my friends. It's Christy Shell with Zeal Coaching. I'm playing with a different camera today, so I'm a little weird about it. So here I am. It is Friday morning all over again. It's still Friday. Every day you come to see me, it's Friday. So I'm super happy to see you today. Thanks for spending some time with me. Fixing my camera today we are talking about one of my favorite topics. So Thanksgiving is coming up and we're not talking about gratitude. We'll talk about that another time. But today I really want to talk about the idea of having the power of choosing. So one of the things that God clearly gave us was the power of free will and the power of choice. And one of the things I think it also lends us to the hugest responsibility in our lives. This comes up almost every time when I get a young person trying to make some career decisions or trying to decide what college or education to get, because they are really usually choosing for the first time the destination for their life. So it comes up for that. But it also comes up a lot with my adult career coaching clients because they have taken on so much responsibility and now they have to choose a road that will be new to them, or they will let go or release some, burden in their heart and want to move forward from that place. So this idea of choice is a really interesting one, and I think one that we kind of take for granted. And I really want you to think about this today. You have a choice about everything, okay? You have a choice how you want to live, what kind of person you want to be in the world, how you want to impact or influence the people around you, the actual behaviors, the way you show up, and all of these things. Because what happens is we honestly believe, because we so believe the things that we were taught from our family or from our world, that we don't have a choice. This is the only choice. And what I really want you to do is to think about making choices from a place of a personal integrity, not like, the Bible says really good rules. We like those rules, but more about who you are as a person and how you want to live in the world. Because this is where we really get out of alignment in our lives, is that we do not figure out who we are and what we have to offer and stay, aligned with that and stay in a place of integrity with that. We get pulled off to what we think we should do or what other people think we should do, or, would our parents be proud of us? Would our spouse be angry with us, or whatever? And instead we do these things that are out of integrity, or the pressure to live a better way, or whatever. And we are not in integrity with who we are. So to really think about, who am I? What do I believe? Not feels good, because feels good is really important, but what is who I am and how I want to be in the world, unique, and how do I provide that uniquely? And how do I be in a place of integrity around my decisions and my behaviors and the way I care about people and all of those kinds of things, okay? So this is tough, especially for women, because we are such pleasers and we get out of integrity and then we get resentful. We talk about this kind of often, but what happens is we get really blamey because we're not living in integrity with ourselves. And so then we are, this camera is making me crazy. So we don't really choose to live our life the way that we want. And then we're angry because we didn't, okay? And we start to blame and complain and do all these things instead of taking 100% responsibility for our own will and for the things that we want in our lives, okay? So I want to give you two things to really think about. This life of integrity, that is the first one, to live in integrity. The second one is to choose a life where you are not passing on your own suffering, but you're passing on your wisdom, okay? We have a choice to live in kind of this victim mindset of being complaining and shaming and making everyone else feel as bad as we feel, and to make life fair and all these kinds of things. And what we really need to think about is, how do we turn that suffering into wisdom, and how do we pass that on to the people around us, our children, whatever, and make that more about wisdom than about having people feel the pain that we feel. Okay, so really to think about this idea of having a choice or will to either be in suffering or to be of wisdom. Okay, and to kind of, that's a deep, heavy thought, but there's a lot of pain in the world, and everyone has trauma, and everyone has different levels of trauma, and everyone has trauma that is critical to them, right? We can't say my trauma is worse than your trauma. Clearly there are things that are more traumatic and more devastating than others, but those type of things, to understand that everyone has trauma in some way, that they are broken. But we also have an incredible opportunity to either take that suffering or that trauma and turn it into wisdom, turn it into empathy, and to move forward in a way that either provides wisdom, but we're not spreading our own suffering. Okay, so it's really important to bring that into your life and to think about that when we're talking about this power of choosing. So the two choices are, do I live as a person of integrity? Do I live true to myself, true to who I am, and try to figure that out so that I can move forward in a very productive way? Or do I choose a life that I continue to share suffering or continue to induce suffering? Or do I bring my wisdom from my suffering into the situation? Okay, so these are two deep, deep challenges. I know I'm getting heavy today, but I really want you to think about this as you go into Thanksgiving and this week, when you may be interacting a lot with different family members and things like that. And remember that you don't have to go back into those old scripts, or like you step back into the play and you play the same character, that you can choose being of more integrity. You can choose to add suffering or to add your wisdom to a situation. And sometimes your wisdom is keeping your mouth shut or whatever, but please think about these things as you move into your day and into your life, and as we move into the holiday season, to think about this power of choice and the power of a personal will that you've been given. Thank you so much for being here. I so appreciate you all, and have a wonderful Thanksgiving. Know that you are all a blessing to me, and hopefully I can be some type of blessing to you. This is Christy Shell with Zeal Coaching. Check us out on our website. We would love to hear more about what you're thinking and see our other videos there. Thanks. Bye.